Here, mutt! Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it held. Mined out.
So, I'm supposed to ask about the Feast of St. Petronilla?
It was just a few days ago. I reckon it'll be fresh in their memory. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like, calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining, or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
By the way, I've had the honor of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining. So he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Burgregal. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the books, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Who checks the royal share?
The royal mintmaster and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded. starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects, and these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds.
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the royal mint master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course. For operations, wages, and shaft security.
Who's responsible for the smelting works?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then, they deduct the royal tithe, and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can be sold just as well.
What happens in the smelting works?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate the pure silver from the slag.
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes, but in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too.
Samko?
Come back in the morning. We'll have a game.
Samko?
Come back in the morning. Here, mutt.
You silly doggy.
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me to you. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain experience.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
You should obey Sir Christian and just tell me what I want to know. You don't want him coming to you when you're off work to tell you off.
That I don't, kidder. Ask away, then.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about oaking. Any yakker'll tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally, some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit, or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cough is no.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to howk 34 corves without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know. Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. My name is Henry of Skalitz. Our family rented a mine, so I came to gain experience.
A nobleman in the pit? I'll be damned. But you can't just amble around. You'll cap your creels.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What you want to know, like?
What is the work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakker graft, kidder? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years, and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion, or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you're hewing.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the cough, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a cough. That's near way to make a living, man.
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Nobleman or not, you don't need to know that.
You should know you can't defy a nobleman. I'll mention your disobedience to Sir Christian, or to the Mint Master. Then you can start looking for another job.
Out but that, sir. I couldn't just leave me marrows. It would break their hearts. And maybe their necks, too. Who'd keep an eye on them? I'll tell you everything. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. Farewell, my friend.
My God! He's very much!
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Show me.
Where can I find your foreman, Paul?
What are you doing here, kidder? Who let you in, be?
I've got a letter of safe conduct from Christian of Pisek. I'm a nobleman, and I'd like to learn more about mining silver.
Me apologies, sir. Just mind you don't come a cropper.
I just need to ask your foreman a few things.
Our gaffer's gone down there to pray. Don't know if he'll be up for talking, but...
Why wouldn't he be in the mood for talking?
A young jaybird. One of our marrows. Got scrussed the other day. He hadn't even had a full week on the graft, poor lad. It happened the day before the feast of St. Petronilla. You'll find Paul at the lowest level by the roof fall. He's praying for the salvation of his soul. You'll hear the wind howling in the adit down there. It can be heard as far as that cursed road. I hear it's haunted. Don't fret, but St. Barbara will look out for you. Farewell, sir.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Eh? You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are ye? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a nobleman, and I'm interested in the operation of the mines. I hate to interrupt your prayers for a dead friend, but I need to ask you something.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was as strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now, I can't forgive myself.
Come on, it wasn't your fault. Accidents happen. It's God's will.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the
I
giver
ask
of
that you
gold,
bless me brother who
silver,
has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may
tin,
your holy angels save
iron,
his soul from
and
damnation.
all ores and
Bring
metals.
his soul to
I ask that
eternal
you
glory
bless my
through our
brother,
Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from
In the name of the
damnation.
Father,
Bring his
Son,
soul to
and Holy
eternal
Spirit.
glory
Amen.
through our
Our
Lord,
Father,
our
who art
Saviour
in
and
heaven,
Redeemer,
hallowed be
Jesus
thy name.
Christ.
Thy kingdom
Amen.
come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask about out.
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the banking coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know. That's life like.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many corvs did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corvs.
That's all I need to know.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
My respect.
See you, friend. Greetings to you too.
I already know how many corvs the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
And I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, we need to make them tell us more, but carefully. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
We both know something stinks about this. But you're lucky. Sir Christian says if you tell us everything, no one except us will know.
I've nothing to say to you.
We know you're just a pawn. Someone bigger is behind this, and that's who we're after. If you help us, you'll be on our side, and nothing bad will happen to you.
Why, sir, I reckon I'll have to take your word for it. What choice do I have anyway? As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cut the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore and transport it secretly to the smelters along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was reet terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was an accident.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
Look out! The ceilings are low, sir. Wouldn't want you to hit your head.
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
We need to talk, Herman.
And who might you be?
Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
In that case, someone else must be lying.
Or someone just cannot count. Why are you bothering me with this? Foreman Fett counts the corpse here. Go and talk to him instead.
Bit too late for that. He confessed to everything.
Ah, so you know it is not my fault. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corpses to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never even met Vavak.
So Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret. So just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. Understand?
Ja, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around, and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
I've already passed myself off as a nobleman here, so it won't be new to me.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic as you can manage.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled peasant.
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other materials from it. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady, who knows?
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the feast of Saint Petronella. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry. I don't recall telling you to touch my lock. Whoa!
Go!
Don't come near me with that weapon.
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Scallis.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this letter with his testimonial.
Skalitz, you say? That's where the royal mines are. Am I right?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I know. I just want to see what it looks like in the smelting works.
Well, if Sir Christian wishes it, I won't deny you the opportunity. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. The guards will recognize my seal. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions. If you want to know anything, ask me.
Can you tell me what happens with the mined ore in the smelting works?
We weigh in the delivered ore and crush it so that it can be sorted for roasting. Roasting mainly separates sulfur from the ore, which is why the place smells like hell itself. Then the roasted material is smelted in the furnace and the slag is separated from the matte. The smelting process is repeated until we're left with pure metal. It's then cast into bars that can be sold. After we've given the royal share to the king, that is.
How many corves of ore do you process here per day?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants working for me. They buy ore from various mines. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf, but weigh by the quintal. We process a large amount here, up to several thousand quintals a day in total.
How much silver does that make?
That, of course, depends on the quality of the ore we process that day. 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. That then yields a hryvnia of pure silver. We can make between 100 and 200 hryvnias of pure silver per day.
Can any silver go missing from here?
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Every step is counted and checked. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's cast into bars, we keep them safe under lock and key.
How many corves were delivered from Horshan, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Why from Horsham, of all places?
I visited the mine there. They told me they'd extracted quite a large amount.
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory. It was a lot indeed. 90 corves.
God be with you, Goodman.
Don't forget, there are limits to my permission. And above all, mind you don't have an accident. Smelters are dangerous places. See you later, my friend.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
How's this?
That's not enough. You see? I knew we'd make a deal. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry.
Look what I have for you. Here you go. Take it.
Christ almighty.
Come and take a look. Quality good.
What's new around here?
Well, Zadmira Blacksmith had one too many a while back and told me some curious things. His wife was having an affair with Tomlin Brutons from Horsham, but then she sent her Zadmir to rough Tomlin up. I've no idea how things are between them. Strange thing is, Zadmir's a big fella, but Tomlin still beat the shit out of him. Don't mention it to Zadmir, though. He was all upset about it. But you could ask Kona, his wife. You might find out what's really going on there. And that's about it.
Interesting news. Thank you, innkeeper. How's life been treating you, innkeeper?
Fine, thanks for asking. The foundry workers are always mighty thirsty in the evening after slaving away at those hot furnaces all day long. They drink so much ale, I can hardly keep up with bringing it over. So, I can't really complain. I'm not the type of innkeeper to get an inn only to complain about it being full.
What's new around here?
Nothing much, really. If you're looking for a job, try your luck elsewhere.
May God give you help.
I could eat.
God be with you, sir.
How's it going here in Grund? Anything new?
Well, nothing much, I fear. Day after day after day, things remain the same. Which is a good thing, actually. If you're looking for work, you should look elsewhere.
How's it going here in Grund? Anything new?
Well, nothing much, I fear. Day after day after day, things remain the same. Which is a good thing, actually. If you're looking for work, you should look elsewhere.
I'd like my horse bathed, brushed, and its hooves and tack cleaned.
As you wish, but it will take some time.
What if I offered you this much? It's just a horse washing after all. Is this enough?
That's not enough. That works for me. Why not?
Here you go then.
Now then, where is this beauty of yours? You two can get going now.
Always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Lord be with you. So, how's your work coming along?
What's it to you? Get lost before I pull your tongue out with a pair of tongs.
Kiss my arse.
Farewell.
Come on now.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
What would you say to this?
You'll have to make a better offer for this. Finally, a reasonable sum. Great. Happy to...
Rumour has it you have a very skilled apprentice.
Matthias? That's right. The lad has got a God-given talent. Just look at this dagger he made me. Have you ever seen such fine work?
Pretty good work. For a village blacksmith. I expected worse.
Village blacksmith? What are you yammering about, you horse face? You've never seen anything so fine in your entire life.
Calm down. I'm telling you, I've been forging daggers like this with my father since I was a young lad.
Know what, you master of masters? I bet my apprentice is a better blacksmith than you. What do you say?
How would a bet like that work?
You'll give me a few groschen as a deposit and forge a hunting sword. Matthias is just working on one now. And if you forge a better one, you'll get both swords and I'll give you back twice as many groschen.
And of course, you'll be the judge, right?
Well, of course. But I'll decide fairly, don't you worry.
And what if my sword isn't better?
Then you lose and I keep the groschen. What else? Am I supposed to stick them up my arse? Do you take the bet or not?
I accept. I'll knock you down a peg and make some money while I'm at it.
You haven't won yet, Master Blacksmith.
Hey. God be with you!
I heard you're in need of...
I have to move it.
God be with you.
God be with you!
Oh, this is useless. It's cold.
That doesn't look good. A bit more and I'll fuck it up.
I reckon the harvest will be good this year.
I'd like to think so. But who knows what the summer will bring, what with the bloody war and everything.
What does your job actually entail?
You mean smelting? Well, in the scrusher, we scrush the ore brought from the mound and chuck it in the furnace. Then we shovel charcoal in till the stone gets proper roasting and leaks all the metal that was hidden inside. We do that over and over in other furnaces till we get pure silver out of the ore.
How do you like working in the smelter?
Aye, can you complain at all, sir? We get a nice pile of chink from the yield, and we're dry and warm.
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
I can't complain about him, sir. He's an honest bloke and he pays us well. From what I've heard from the other smelters, it's a lot worse elsewhere, like.
Have you noticed anything suspicious around here?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I graft all day. No time for looking around.
Does any silver go missing from here?
Here? In our smelter? That would mean some of our lads are involved and you get the rope for that. Look, Sonny, I don't want anything to do with this. Have a chat with Shima over there. He's not afraid of anything.
May God give you health, sir.
Are you the fella they call Shima?
You have no business being here. What do you want?
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps going missing from the smelters.
Me? I don't know what you were told. Meet me outside in a while. Now you'd better get out of here before the guards see you. Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lads. I'll be right back.
They've been bringing in loads of oil from Horsham recently, don't you think? Aye, I've noticed.
All the delivered ore is here in one place. Nothing suspicious. It looks like it must be pure silver that's going missing.
So much ore.
And this is how they crush ore in bulk. Wharf here, wharf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange.
I'm so glad I ended up here at the forge. Decent pay and no danger of rocks falling on your head. Except you've got to be careful you don't get your foot caught in the crusher.
This is how they crush ore in bulk. Wharf here, wharf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange.
Why the hell would he have done that? He lost his foot and his job, and now he's making more from begging and cooking than he did here. Nah, he planned it all along. That's all there is to it.
May God give you help.
Excuse me.
Well, can you talk now?
Who are you, fella?
Henry of Scalitz. Master Buresh sent me.
Master Burish, you say? And why did he send you? He knows better than anyone. No silver can go missing here, and everything's well guarded.
Actually, I'm here at the behest of Sir Christian. Master Buresh doesn't know about this.
Oh. So it was actually the steward of the mint himself who sent you? The steward of the mint? And why did he send you? Because of a rumour. They say silver keeps going missing from the smelters.
The silver must be going missing from here. I've been tracking it all the way from the mines.
From the mines, you say? Strange. One moment you tell me Burish sent you, the other it's Christian, the steward. Why should I talk to you about such things? How can I know it's not a trap?
I've been tasked by the nobility, and that's a serious matter. I'm not just anybody. Just the fact that I'm relying on you, a simple smelter, should be an honour to you.
Well, sir, thank you. I'll tell you how it is then. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund, out of the blue. The entire stables. Where do you think he got the money? It's all very suspicious, because he's the one with the best access to the finished silver bars. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to him. I'll bet you he knows a thing or two about it. But be careful, and keep a weapon close. People like him can be vicious.
Thank you. What does your job entail?
Here in the smelter, the extracted ore turns into pure silver right under our hands. Bloody miracle, right? Horse shit. It's an awful, filthy fucking graft for a few miserable groschen. If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hills. But I've a family, and they don't ask me what I really want.
How do you like working in the smelter?
It's a shitty fucking job. My back aches something awful from shoveling heaps of ore back and forth. You're always breathing stive from the furnace, and then you cough your soul out after the shift is over. We'll all be crippled wrecks in a few years. That's how it is.
What can you tell me about Master Burish?
Listen, all folks like him care about is lining their purses. They don't care if we break our backs because of it. On the other hand, I don't think it's any better anywhere else.
What happens to the silver from the smelting works?
The bars are kept under lock and key in a safe place until a merchant or the blokes from the mint come and get them. Only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people have access to them, such as the foreman of the works who checks the purity.
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose in everything.
I beg your pardon?
Well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. We've had our eyes on you ever since you came to Grund. Fortunately, Master Burish warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down!
Wait. I demand an honourable duel. It's my right. I'm a knight, not some miserable bandit.
If that's your last wish, go. He wants a jewel. He'll have one. Go to hell! Hey! I'll sort you out nicely. Jesus, I'm hit! Ah!
Stop that dog now!
Ah!
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver?
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. All my life. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on everything that's holy.
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. I have unrestricted access to it. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He said if I accepted, he'd make me rich. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars and add them to Buresh's yield. The books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well, and Buresh was happy. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with the new foreman, Fett, and pay him off. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate, just like Buresh forced me. With threats.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself? Why did he need you?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king's silver. They take turns. Buresh had it all figured out.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
And which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sigismund? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice chink, and that was that for me.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret mint in one of them.
They counterfeit coins in there?
Yeah, I suppose so. But what they actually do there, I've no idea. I've never been there. Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there for some reason, so he drew me a map.
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master Vavak was involved in it?
Not in front of me. Maybe his guard, Little Neri, knew something. But you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Cutner, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shafts are. The entrance to the mint is somewhere around there. Look here. Can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this anyway?
For King Wenceslas. He may be in captivity, but he won't be there forever. He doesn't deserve to be robbed.
That sounds like a noble cause. Well, now you have the map, and since I told you everything, will you let me go? Please? I know I wanted to, you know, but I was just scared is all. Please let me go, please. Stables be damned, just let me go.
You deserve to die.
No, please, no! I'll repent, I swear. I'll give money to the Church of St. Barbara, anything.
Farewell.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard! All right, then.
Enough! I give up!
That's a lot of blood. This should stop it. What do you whisper? Do you want it to bite someone?
Here you go. Take it. Track. Sit and bark. Look what I have for you. Track. Ah!
be here. Clear off. You can't get strong in here. Get moving. Come on now. No business here. Out. On you go. Away with ya. Get moving. I'm telling you for the last time, leave. You're up. Trouble. Better pay me compensation, you blackguard. Show what you're made of.
I've been waiting for you. Hey, fuck that! Shit, you're weird. Bad luck. That was something. Fucking hell.